isn't the right thing to do.
Welcome back. You're listening to Protecting Your Family on Talk Radio 790 KABC. I'm your host, attorney Naz Barouti, joined by my co-host, Kerri Kasem. And before the break, we talked to the amazing people from Laura's house.
Incredible. The work that they do is just, it's wonderful. Yeah, they help so many people.
And I'm so excited for your event on Monday.
Yay.
It's going to be a great event honoring your dad. Just one more time, I know it's sold out, but just for people that don't know what the event's about, explain what's going on Monday.
We're doing a birthday tribute to my father, who would have been 83 this Monday, April 27th. And it's just going to be a wonderful, fun fundraiser to raise money to get visitation rights for people in every state. And it doesn't mean you automatically get visitation rights, but what it would do is allow a judge to rule on visitation rights. That's it. Instead of going through an entire conservatorship, guardianship, durable power, which can cost you $100,000 to $300,000, this would allow a judge to listen to both sides, send a court-appointed attorney or doctor to the ailing loved one, and ask, do you want to see your family? And if they say yes, you make visitation available. If they say no, that's it. Yeah. If they're incapacitated, you look at the parent-child history of visitation.
Yeah, well, I'm so proud of you for everything you're doing, and, Protecting Your Family always supports the Kasem Cares Foundation, so anytime you want to let us know about an event, we would love to support it. Now, switching gears a little bit, Sofia Vergara is in the news, and not for being a sexy Latina like she is, and fiery and curvy, but her ex, Nick Loeb, is taking her to court. And you will be shocked when you hear why. So I guess before their breakup, and I think they had a pretty nasty breakup, and they were abusive towards one another from the reports that I read. But before they broke up, they were engaged. They had created embryos. So her egg, his sperm, two of them, and their little baby girls. And he wants to keep them. And he wants to have these babies, and he is willing. A lot of people are like, well, you just want her money and you want to have these kids. Well, he's willing to have her sign something that says, hey, you have no financial obligation to these people. These are living beings, and we should not destroy them.
They have no right to have those children, either one of them. They broke up. This is not a happy family. Those kids are going to go, where's mommy? Why didn't mommy want me? And any woman in their right mind, especially when you've had a terrible breakup and you're not together, would not want her children out there. This is not, with a relationship that is no longer.
Okay, but would you feel as strongly if the woman wanted to keep the babies?
She has no right. She has no right.
So you wouldn't say like, well, she's older. She's not going to have enough eggs.
No. She has no right to have his kids. Those two broke up. End of story. How dare you or anybody take somebody's egg or sperm and say, well, we broke up, but I'm still going to have your kid. That is your flesh and blood. You've broken up. You do not deserve to have kids together.
Well, I feel a little differently about this, only because what happens if, let's say, they were still together and she died?
That's different. They didn't break up hating each other.
Well, but we wouldn't know if they had a happy relationship or not.
Well, the mom, to me, that's a bit different. I believe that's different. There are people living here that didn't get along, that are no longer in a relationship. Either one of them, it is wrong. It is just, I feel it. It's my gut feeling. You don't take somebody's egg or sperm and have their kids without their consent.
Well, now she's engaged to someone else. The hunk from True Blood. They look so good together.
They're just Barbie dolls. They're just beautiful.
Well, he said, the ex-boyfriend said, I created these two female babies with the purpose of taking them to term and not destruction because I have always dreamed of being a father. I have previously offered to waive any parental or financial responsibilities or obligations on the part of my ex and to even give her the opportunity to be involved with the child in the future should she change her mind.
No wonder why Sofia Vergara broke up with this tool.
It is kind of creepy.
He is an absolute tool. I can see he's just selfish. I can see why she's no longer with him. And thank God. This guy sounds who takes somebody's egg even though they don't want you to have them and say I'm going to have the babies anyways and I'm going to fight for it. Who does that?
Shouldn't she have thought about that before taking that step and now saying psych, just kidding, never mind?
No, it's not psych, just kidding. It's maybe you were not very nice to me, or maybe we just don't, I don't know them. I don't know them at all. I don't know who's abusive to what. But for some guy to come in and say, I'm going to have your kids, whether you like it or not, to me that says something about his character. And I'm going to go with this Nick Loeb tool is the one that broke them up and is the one that is the reason why they're not together.
He goes on to say, I take the responsibility and obligation of being a parent very seriously. Regardless of how life comes to be created, this should have no determination on the rights of either wanting to be or the requirements of having to be a parent.
If you took Mr. Nick Loeb parenting seriously, then you would know the best thing to do is have two loving parents together. Now, things happen, people split, but you've already split. You have no idea what you're talking about. Being a parent, you don't take somebody's eggs that don't want you to have their kids and fertilize them, put them in some other person and say, sorry, I'm going to be a good parent. Just his statements right there, sterilize the man. I'm just kidding, but he's crazy.
Well, I think that he is still hurt and bitter because I don't know why he's taking this to court. There are reports that before they started the IVF process, that both parties stated in a signed medical form that they need to both consent to creating a child with what they had frozen. So she is happily moved on with her life and is content, and she indefinitely does not want to have children with her ex. That's the statement that she put out. But it brings up the issue of, wow, as a woman, we have so many things to think about, not even just like freezing our eggs in our late 30s, but the fact that we better make sure that we have a medical directive that states what's going to happen to those eggs if A, we pass away, or B, we break up with the sperm donor.
Sure.
Because ultimately, in this situation, he's the sperm donor.
You should definitely have that. You're right. You should. And that should be part of it. And every time you do something like this, there should be paperwork already set aside to answer those questions. It's right. People don't think. It's right now. It's here now. We're in love. But what if you do break up and you have these eggs?
Well, okay. Let's change the situation a little bit. Let's say that that I'm married, okay, and then I freeze my eggs and I die in a fatal car accident, and my husband decides to take my eggs and use a surrogate with his sperm. Mm-hmm. And you're my mom, for example. Let's just say. How would you feel about that?
If I was close to the husband and the husband, you had a loving relationship and he wanted a part of you there, and I think that's fine. I think that's great.
I would not be okay with that. I would never be okay with that.
Well, then you'd have to, like what you said, going back to what you said, put it in writing and make sure it's in writing. And anybody listening to that, if you're going through this or you're thinking about going through this, please put what you want in writing. Take it to a lawyer. Have it, notarized. It's so important.
Yeah, and you can definitely call my office, Barouti Law Corporation. I'm here to help you. We do estate planning packages for all KBC listeners, which includes a healthcare medical directive. It also includes a power of attorney for someone to make financial decisions for you, a trust, a will. These are really important documents to get in order, and it could be really pricey at times. It's some places it's even pricier than freezing your eggs, believe it or not. But we offer all KBC listeners a special package. If you are single, it is only $500. If you are married, it's $800. To reach me directly, Naz Barouti, call my office right now, 424-465-9003, 424-465-9003, or visit my website, baroutilaw.com. Barouti is spelled Barouti law.com. And you can visit the KABC website under weekend programming. All our previous podcasts are on there and a link to my information. Again, the package includes your trust, will, power of attorney, healthcare directive. I notarize all the documents myself. I will meet with you one-on-one. I think that's the most pressing question everyone always has. Are you going to meet with us? Yes, I'm going to meet with you. My offices are strategically located all throughout Southern California, so you have no excuses to not show up at the meeting. I am in Brentwood, Woodland Hills, Irvine, Glendale, and San Diego. So definitely reach out, 424-465-9003. 424-465-9003. Kerri, what do you think is going to happen with this Sofia Vergara case?
There's no way he's going to have her kids without her consent. No way. Period. This guy is just, I don't know if he's in it. I think he's trying to hurt her. This is what it sounds like to me. This is my opinion only. It sounds like the man is bitter. He's trying to hurt her, and he's trying to create some buzz around himself.
I think he's really upset because the guy she's with now is a hunk.
And he's nice.
Yeah.
No, he's very nice. He's very nice.
So dreamy.
Met a couple times. He's gorgeous.
Wow.
He's gorgeous.
They're going to have beautiful babies.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yes, they are.
Well, we'll see what happens. I wish her the best of luck. And for any of you that have exes that are crazy like him. Make sure to get it in writing. This is Talk Radio 790 KABC. You're listening to Protecting Your Family. We will be right back.